We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm actually just going to put headphones in. Amy reminded me. If you are new to my channel, hi. We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm actually just going to put headphones in. Amy reminded me. Okay, there we go. Get the headphones in real quick, and then I'll go on with introductions. Then we'll go on with introductions. Phones are in. Oh, hello, Dragon League. I am Sky. I write urban fantasy under the name S.C. Haggis, and today we're going to be doing 3 15-minute sprints because on Monday I decided to start a new challenge for the rest of February, Monday through Friday. We were going to do writing every day for about an hour around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Central Time. So, yeah, it's Try Not to Die February, basically. And
yeah,
I've got Amy with me. If you want to introduce yourself, Amy.
Hello. My name is Amy Nobody. I do not have any social media or any previously published works. I'm working on my first fiction project. That's what brings me here. Well, first fiction book. That's what brings me here to Sky's channel. And I'm a certified SEO, and I'll be taking on clients in the near future. And all of that is I think that's about all I've got to say at this point. It's pretty much just kind of like stumble through an introduction because I have nothing to share and no reason to introduce myself other than I'm lucky to be here. Hi.
So you're going to be working on that fiction project today?
Yeah. From now until I finish this rough draft, at the very least, I'm not going to work on anything else because I've got enough other like mind occupying projects going on that I'm not getting burnt out on this one. As a matter of fact, I took like a 9-week break from this one. I worked on it at the beginning of January, maybe like the first 4 or 5 days, I think, in beginning. And then took a break right before my last course started for my certification. And then I did nothing but homework for 4 weeks, as you well know. But so this is only my third day picking this project back up after 9 weeks of not touching it. So that's what I will be working on until I finish it. I'm thinking on these writing live streams.
Cool. And
how about you? What are you working on?
I'm working on the same project I've been working on the past week. I'm transcribing information from one notebook that's falling apart and damaged to another notebook that's new, prettier, and shiny. Instead of working on the projects I should be working on. And I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this project up just because I'm one of those people that I get solely focused on a single project. I can work on multiple projects at a time. But until I lose focus on one project, I tend to focus solely on that one. And I've discovered that that's exactly what's happened with this transcription project. My focus is completely on it. And until it wavers, I'm just going to keep working on it. Mm-hmm. And then I will return to the projects I'm supposed to be working on and hopefully get it done. I've only got like 10,000 more words to write in order to finish that project. And I think that's why I lost focus on it, honestly. Because I'm like, oh, I'm so near the end. I don't want to finish it yet. Or dragged out by procrastinating on another project that doesn't even really need to be done. But, oh my God, it's suddenly shiny and new. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's the story of my attention span right there.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And especially since this week we're doing a test. We're going to do, like today we're doing 3 15-minute sprints. Yesterday we did 2 20-minute sprints, and the day before we did 3 15-minute sprints again. And then tomorrow we'll be doing 2 20-minute sprints. We're trying to see which is actually better, 3 15-minute sprints or 2 20-minute sprints. Amy feels that 3 15-minute sprints will be better. And so far, our data from the past 2 days is confirming that. We'll see what today and tomorrow say about that, though.
Yeah. I still have the same theory. I think 15 minutes is going to be better because it forces you to, even though it gives your brain a chance to stop and wander, it also gives your brain, it forces your brain to stop and then reassess and then restart, which personally is a very good productive part of my process. Whenever I come back from something, from a break and refocus, I'm usually pretty focused and productive there in the beginning. The first 10 minutes or so where I spit out what is in my brain.
And see,
I don't go ahead, I'm sorry.
I discovered yesterday, the first day I just said aloud, I didn't actually record what I was doing each sprint, and I just kept a mental total and I wrote that total down in the end. But yesterday I kept total of during each sprint. And while I wrote more for each sprint, it wasn't enough to even compare to what I had written during the 3 sprints the day prior.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it's really only a 5-minute difference in work time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Speaking of, have you thought about how we're going to pace out the time? Because I'm thinking if we start, we'll do like we did. If we start at 1:10, that'll finish at 1:25.
Yep.
Start at 1:30, that'll finish at 1:45.
And we'll go a little over.
Yeah. Probably end up being like an hour and 10 minutes in the end, maybe.
Which is what we were that very first day. And I'm okay with that. I just don't want to go like, normally my streams are like 2 hours long, sometimes longer, and I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah.
So, and we can even get to the point where we do, like each day, once we know from our data this week, whether we're going to be doing 15-minute sprints or 20-minute sprints, we won't have to go into this explanation. So we can even shorten it so that we start earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Only
give ourselves 5 minutes of running our mouths at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then, because I think that's what will end up being the most productive. If we only talk for 5 minutes, 20, 25, yeah. If we only talk for 5 minutes in the beginning, we'll finish everything within the hour.
Oh,
if
yeah, definitely.
With the 3-minute ones. I mean, 15 minutes. There we go. And I was going to say something, but I already lost it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You know how much I talk. Don't feel bad if I lose it.
What about anyone who's watching? It says there's one person watching, but that very well may just be me. Because I still don't know. We think that YouTube doesn't count me as watching it, but since it says there's only one person watching, it may just be me.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this right now, let us know what you're working on. Because I'm curious. Curious foxes want to know. We have about a minute left before we start our first sprint, so I guess I need to get the timer ready.
Mine just now switched to 10.
Mine still says 9, but we can go ahead and get started. Because I got the timer set already, apparently.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's go ahead. Let me actually, in a minute I can write the message. Oops. No! I made it angry. Crap. Give me a second. Mine now says 10, but I'm getting ready to write a message to anyone watching.
You have angered the technology.
I have angered the technology. That's not unusual. All right, we'll go ahead and get started now. 15 minutes sprint.
My phone is just blowing up over here. Turn it down. There you go. Beep that.
All right, that is time.
Okay. I didn't do too bad. If I hadn't got, I made 426 words.
Ooh.
And I think if my phone hadn't blown up there for that last minute, I might have actually made it to 500.
Nice. I
How
got
about you?
1.5 pages. How many words did you say you got? 461?
426.
426. God dang. Hi, Sarah. Don't get in trouble for watching us while you're at work. And good luck at work. At least you're at work, because I know you've been having problems with snowmageddon.
Oh, I do not envy any of those poor people.
I know. Everyone who tells me they're having problems with snow or the polar vortex or anything like that, I'm like, you can keep it. Do not send it my way. I don't want
Montana, though, is coming.
it.
I mean, you're going right to it.
I'm going right to it.
Yeah, no, we've discussed this. I'm only visiting between the months of like April and September. That's all you get.
You might want to move it to June.
Okay, June to July. There. I'm not taking any chances. You've got a 60-day window to make a plan, Sky. That's all you get. For a whole year.
Goodness. I think I did pretty well, actually, for only getting 1.5 pages. If I can do that every single time, or if I could get a little bit more, I would love to get a little more. Oh, goodness.
And you mentioned previously that you're not copying down like everything, just the vital and still relevant information from the pages?
Yeah.
So part of your 1.5 pages is also reading and deciding whether or not this information is rewritable.
Yep.
That's pretty good, though. 15 minutes, 1.5 pages. How many pages are you making it through in the notebook that equals 1.5 pages of transcribed data?
1.5 pages so far, because I'm going from a larger notebook to a smaller notebook. I'm only like halfway down the first page. No, that's a lie. Give me a second. About 2 pages.
Yeah.
Yep, so far. Ah. Oh, that hurts a lot.
You better not be coming down with something again.
No, I got something caught in my throat, and it won't go down, and it won't come up. It's just staying there, and it's annoying me. Stupid phlegm. There we go. That worked. I don't know why, but that did. Alrighty. Got 2 minutes before we do the next sprint, right? Yes. I think so. Yep. We worked it out that way. Well, 1 minute. If we go by your clock. We can go by your clock. Your clock is more reliable this time.
Mine's my computer is like freaking out if you can hear me. I can barely catch like half of what you're saying. Something's going on.
Oh, no.
Oh, freaking updates. It's trying to update updates in the background.
Oh, no.
Okay. There's nothing I can do about the updates, but I can stop touching anything except your window and then just hope that it works. So we don't have a repeat of yesterday. And I'm afraid it's going to happen again because I still have a couple of things left to buy. So, yep. probably going to happen again. Just saying.
Oops.
Yeah. You mentioned trying to put off your Monster. I'm trying to cut back. I say cut back on my caffeine like I actually drink it. But I drink one Rip-It in the morning, and that's like it. I don't drink any more caffeine throughout the day. And that works for me, and it's totally fine, except for days when it's been overcast for like 3 or 4 days. And as you well know, today is day 3 of no sunshine.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time getting motivated to do pretty much anything because my body is just like, no, we need vitamin D. What are you doing? Where's my sunbeams? I am a hippie. I am solar powered. Where is my sunshine? Excuse me.
All right. Well, I have 1:30 on my clock, so if you're ready to do another sprint, we can go ahead and do it.
Okay, I think you're ready.
Rah 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 rah.
Yes. Affirmative.
That means affirmative in Yanese. All right, and I will start the timer now.
Okay.
All right, that is time.
Okay.
I wrote 2 pages this time.
I
have my
do
paper?
the math, but I think I wrote almost the exact same amount.
Ugh, goodness. Give me my paper.
Wow, I wrote the exact same amount.
Really?
426 words again.
Nice.
That is weird. Cool.
All right, I have to show something. Okay, I'm
How's
going to
that?
move the camera. So this is my writing area. This is what I'm working on. Oh, the cat has decided to join me. He's sitting on the corner. The can, where the can is, my tripod kind of makes a triangle right here. So he kind of situated himself so he wasn't on my stuff, but he was near me.
Oh,
That's nice
I
of
think
him.
he likes you.
I think he likes me too.
Which is awesome because my cat does not like me. My cat is a little hater. He doesn't like nobody but my dad.
Bagheera likes everyone in this household, except he tolerates the girls.
Yeah. They're still young enough that they think he's a rag doll. And he's not.
No, not really. But he puts up with them. Like he has not once bitten them except like during play. Like when they're all playing together, he has bitten them a couple of times. Same thing with scratching. He has this thing where he likes to jump out from under furniture and wrap his paws around your feet. And like me and Justin have to watch it and make sure we're actually wearing pants because he actually uses claws with us, whereas with the girls he uses paws only, no claws. So it's really cool.
He knows the difference. That's too cute.
There's only been twice he's accidentally used claws on the girls, and I think it's because he thought it was one of us. And then when they cried out, he automatically like let go and like, oh my god, wrong one.
Oh,
I fucked up, yo.
So how much progress did you make?
I did 2 pages.
Okay, that's moving up.
Sarah said she finished opening a new file. Woo!
I've been there. Had those kind of days. You sit down for 15 minutes, and before you know it, the only thing you've done in 15 minutes is open the document. Not even sure what happened to the other 14.35 minutes.
I have not done that.
Oh, man, that's happened to me.
It's happened to me a lot. Oh, man.
So how much are we pausing before we start our next one?
We got
nowish, huh?
2 more minutes. 1 more minute.
2 more minutes, and then will be our last sprint.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Like you've already you've already beaten yesterday's word count.
Cool.
And if you haven't beaten it yet, you are right on top of the day before's word count. So you're doing awesome.
Well, that makes me feel good. Thank you.
Because I'm keeping track of our word sprints for the days.
Yeah.
And like I said, that first day, I just kept track of the total. I didn't keep track of each sprint. And I know each day in the past, you've had something pop up that distracted you during each sprint. And I think the only reason I only got 1.5 pages with that very first sprint today was because of the fact that I was still typing the message into the chat saying that we'd be back in 15 minutes at the very start of the sprint.
Gotcha.
I think that's really the only reason I didn't get more than 1.5 pages for that sprint today. So I think I'm agreeing with you. I think the 15-minute sprints are where it's at.
I think so. What's that quote from, I think it's from like Mythbusters, and it's the guy with the walrus mustache, and he says something like, the difference between science and dicking around is taking notes. That's what I thought of when I saw your notepad.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right,
the difference between just sitting around writing stuff and science is taking notes.
All right, I have 150, so we can go ahead and do our last sprint. And Sarah says she always does 15-minute sprints. They are her favorite.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and start this last sprint, and then we'll come back and chat some more.
Okay.
All right, starting now.
Ready.
that last one. I'll do it. Oh, really? Oh. Oh. All right, that is time. I'm gonna finish this up real quick.
Bust down my calculator so that I don't have to use the other part of my brain.
I refuse to math. Woo! I wrote, let's see, 1 full page, 1/2 page, and 1/2 page. I wrote 2 pages.
Nice. I got a tiny bit more than last time, 450.
450. So total, I've wrote 5.5 pages today, which is the same as yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I wrote 1,302.
Yep. Which is your best this week so far. Yay!
Woo! Fingers crossed tomorrow will be even better.
Sarah said she got 2 more files. She does not want to be at work, though. Hi, Autumn. If you're actually just joining us, we're getting ready to quit because that was the last sprint of the day. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
But we'll be back tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really happy with how these sprints are going.
Yeah. I definitely feel like we're accomplishing what we're here to accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to refresh myself. You're trying to, I guess, take a break from your other projects and just work your way through this one until it's no longer appealing.
Yep. Procrastination at its finest.
I'm feeling good about it.
So.
And I'm feeling good about my theory that 15 minutes are better than 20. Sarah said she likes 15 minutes better.
Yeah, I'm starting to agree. Like, I didn't have an opinion one way or the other because I'm easy. Whatever is easiest for everyone else, I have no problem doing as long as it's between those two choices, 15 and 20.
Yeah.
I don't care which we do. But I'm starting to think that, yes, we get more work done during the 15-minute sprints.
Yeah. And like we said, it only amounts to actually 5 more minutes of working time. So it's, I don't think it's enough to make all that difference. I really think it's the, like I keep saying, the forcing your mind to stop and then restart.
Yep.
I remembered what it was that I spaced earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, one of the few pieces of writing advice that I got and I held on to and I've found actually works for me is always end your day at a point where you know what happens next.
Yep.
I don't know who said that. I wish I did because that totally works for me. As soon as I read that, I was like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. And then at the time that I read it, I happened to be doing some outlining or something that was not difficult. So I pretty much was able to know what was going to happen next every time I stopped. And then it came time to do the writing or like the next step in the project, I think it was. And I didn't know what was going to come next. And I definitely noticed that on the days when I had to sit down and then figure out what to do, instead of just sit down and start doing something, I was less productive. And I kind of think that might have something to do with why the 15-minute is more productive than the 20. Like 15 minutes is long enough for your brain to get going, but then every time you stop, you know what's about to happen. Yep. I also think that helps with only stopping for 5 minutes in between, how you keep the time short in between the sprints.
Yep. it's harder to do that with more people on camera.
More
The
chit
more
chat.
people have, the longer it takes to go through and just discuss where we all stand.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely with the shorter breaks in between each sprint, it is easier to keep your mind on the task. You take that short break and then you're back to working on whatever you were working on.
Yeah.
So I'm noticing that helps too. Yeah.
How much longer do you think it's going to take you to finish your notebook?
I have no
to
idea.
finish this project.
I'm since the pages are already falling out, I'm taking pages out as I go when I finish each section, each tab section. So like, where am I at right now? This is what I finished between today, because this is how much I've done today. And then I'll have the rest of this notebook to go. But I'm pretty much doing a tab section a day, because I'll probably finish this before the day's over with. Because I'll continue transcribing when I'm not doing other things today.
Yeah. All the other parts of adulting.
Yeah. All that fun stuff.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it recently. I wonder how much, because I look at the state of my life at 30, and I think about, like my peers, like your life at 30 is going to be vastly different than my life at 30. You're like, what, a year and a half behind me? Your husband is 30.
Yeah, he's 30. He hates it.
Yeah, and I was thinking about my parents and, all my other friends, and I'm like, man, especially anybody with kids, because I still feel so unprepared for just adulting, but I don't have any kids, so I don't have that need to figure it out. But parents have to be on top of being a parent. And I got the idea from something that I was writing, one of the themes in my story. And it made me think about our parents. And I wonder if they felt as unprepared and unadulted at their age when they were our age, if that makes sense. Did they feel the same way about their age that we do? I'm guessing no, because it's a different generation. They probably had different perceptions of what was expected for them.
Yeah.
What they're comparing themselves to.
I don't remember how my mom and I got in the conversation. I think we were joking around about the fact that when my kids are over with her, they listen better and then all of a sudden I or Justin show up and they start acting like little heathens. And we got on the conversation about how the girls don't do nearly as much stuff as me and my sisters did when we were the same age. And even we didn't do the same amount of stuff that my mom and her sister did when they were that age. I just think that a lot of it deals with the cultural and societal changes as well.
Yeah.
So it is interesting, like you said, the difference is. And it definitely helps, especially with writing and research. It helps to talk to people from different generations to see how things were different. Because like my girls are still not doing a lot of chores. I'm slowly adding more in, but just getting them to do homework at night is interesting. Whereas I never had a problem. My mom expected us as soon as we got home, we didn't even have to be told. Homework and feeding the ponies was the first thing that always got done. So, and I have to constantly remind the girls, hey, homework, put your shoes away, put your backpacks where they belong. And I didn't have to do that. I don't remember my mom having to do that all that often when I was their age. Really don't.
I wonder if parents, if they do, like if your kids, when they grow up, are not going to remember having to be told 5 times every single day. I wonder if that's a kid thing.
I don't know.
I'd like to think it is. As a kid, you just miss all of that stuff. So as an adult, you can't be mad at kids for not listening because they didn't hear you the first 4 times.
I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah.
But anyways, 2:15.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap up because we're gonna be back tomorrow to do more sprints, and we'll be doing 2 20-minute sprints. And tomorrow will be the deciding factor whether we continue doing 15-minute sprints or 20-minute sprints for the rest of February. We're leaning more towards the 15-minute sprints, yo. Just saying.
I'm thinking. As of today, that's my vote.
Yeah, that's my vote too. But we'll see how tomorrow goes, because there has been a lot of factors this week that have kind of distracted us during some of the things. So we'll see if tomorrow is a distraction-free and how that goes.
Yeah. As if. Distraction-free.
Life happens even when you're live.
Yeah, I've been inside the house for all this week, and I don't know if anybody pays attention or not, but I'm usually outside in the camper. That's like my unofficial office, because I get away from all the background noise and everything of just being in the house with other people, and I get to go out in the camper, and Mother Nature is outside. I don't know if anybody knows that or not. But she can be pretty rowdy, especially when you're trying to concentrate. So there's constantly roosters going off in the background, or the one that always annoys me the most, because it's entirely my fault, is when I leave the door open because I want the air and all of that, and then the chickens come in and start instigating, and it's my own fault for not closing the door. That's why the chickens came in the camper in the first place. But yeah, it's harder for any coyote or hawk attacks to distract me in here, though. That's a perk.
There's that.
You don't have to hear me screaming out the window at the coyote on the other side of the fence trying to take off with one of my chickens. But anyways, trying to wrap up so we can get going. I guess I'm supposed to de-introduce myself first.
I guess so.
Yeah. I am Amy Nobody. I don't have any social media or website or channel or anything like that. And I'm working on my first fiction book. That's why I'm here with Sky. And I am a certified SEO, and I'll be taking on clients in a couple months.
Yay!
So, yay! I think that's all I got to say.
And I am Sky, as she mentioned before. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. I write urban fantasy under the name SD Haggis. And I'm doing these videos, these live streams daily at 1 p.m. At least until the end of February, Monday through Friday, just to get back caught up with writing and get back in the groove of writing, I should say. And yeah, so tune in tomorrow for our next daily sprinting. And if you want to be on camera, feel free just to send me a message. I have no problem adding people. I like when people join me, so feel free to join. And I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys all tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.